This is How Curious from KGOU, exploring your questions about Oklahoma. I'm Claire Donnelly. It's 9 in the morning at the KGOU studios, and I'm calling Italy. Hi, it's Claire Donnelly from KGOU. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
I guess I was going to say good morning, but it's like 4 in the afternoon for you, right?
Yes, it's afternoon here.
Okay. Luigi Garlaschelli is an Italian chemist. A quick Google search shows a gray-haired man smiling mischievously with a pipe clenched in his teeth. Garlaschelli has written dozens of chemistry research papers and worked at several universities. And he's a myth buster.
I'm also curious about mysteries and strange phenomena and the paranormal phenomena and so on.
Garlaschelli has been a member of the Italian Committee for the Investigations of Paranormal Claims for more than 25 years. He's used scientific methods to look into strange phenomena, like a glowing fog called the Will-o'-the-Wisp, and a statue of the Virgin Mary said to have cried real tears. Several years ago, Garlaschelli reproduced the Shroud of Turin in a lab. The fabric some believe is Jesus Christ's burial cloth. Now I'm calling Garlaschelli for help. There's a hill in Oklahoma with some mysterious qualities.
So you have a spook hill in Oklahoma, I've seen.
Yes, have you been there?
No, I've seen in the internet that you have a strange place.
The spook hill he's talking about is called Magnetic Hill or Gravity Hill. It's on a rural road near Springer, Oklahoma, about an hour and a half south of Oklahoma City. If you drive to the bottom of the hill and shift your car into neutral gear, your car starts moving backwards, like it's rolling up the hill instead of down it. KGOU listener Vicki Weiss went to the spot with her family a few years ago.
I just remember feeling like there was this energy or this force that was pushing us away from the bottom of the hill.
Weiss asked How Curious about Oklahoma's Magnetic Hill.
I guess my question is, does it really defy gravity like urban legend says it does?
There are a lot of theories about this place. Some say ghosts push your car uphill. Others say something buried nearby creates a strange magnetic field. But here's the thing. This phenomenon is not unique to Oklahoma. So-called anti-gravity hills have been reported in at least 8 other states. They're also in other countries, including Australia, Barbados, Greece, Scotland, and South Korea. Garlaschelli, the Italian scientist, has researched them. And he says the magnetic theory is a no-go.
This is not true because even a plastic ball will roll up here, and plastic is not magnetic, okay? And if you pour water on the ground, water will also run up here, and water is not magnetic.
He and a physicist colleague did some math. They wanted to know how big something underground would have to be to pull an entire small car up a hill.
And the result was that you need something like a lead sphere of about 10 kilometers of diameter somewhere under the ground.
Basically, it would take a very large and very heavy object. So, not likely.
No, unless you have a very tiny black hole somewhere.
Hopefully, we don't have a tiny black hole underground.
No, I don't think so.
So, then what makes your car roll uphill in this one spot?
When you think of an optical illusion, you think of pieces of cardboard with lines and circles and triangles. And you have these illusions. This is one of the very few optical illusions that happens in a natural environment.
You think you're rolling uphill, but you're really rolling downhill. The slope of the hill is just too slight for your inner ear to perceive. On a hot and sunny day in Springer, Oklahoma, I'm standing on Magnetic Hill. Big dragonflies buzz above the nearby fields as Aaron Morris sets up his equipment.
Okay, so I'm just looking at my data collector and it's telling me where we're at. And we're on We're on state planning coordinates. We're on Oklahoma South.
Morris is a land surveyor in Ardmore. He's going to help me measure the slope of the hill using surveying equipment called a Global Navigation Satellite System, which is basically a fancy GPS. First, Morris sets up what's called a base station on a tripod at the end of the road. While he walks along the hill, he'll hold another GPS called a rover GPS to take measurements.
So I'll go out to the center of the road and I'll start shooting about every 50 feet, and we'll have elevations going up to where the anomaly is.
Morris carries the GPS up the road, stopping at exact spots to measure the elevations. After about 5 minutes, we have our results.
So you can see as we go north, the elevation's increasing.
So 862, 863. It is an uphill, just a very slight one. Morris says your eyes and brain are tricked by the surroundings because the next hill that you can see from Magnetic Hill has a steep upward slope. You think Magnetic Hill slopes down.
The data is showing that we're going up in elevation, but as you look, it looks like we're going downhill until we hit that next slope that really it goes uphill. But they're both going uphill.
Okay. Now that we've solved the mystery, Morris and I get in his truck. Okay, here we go. All right, neutral. Whoa. It's spooky.
Yeah, it's a little weird, isn't it?
So, to answer listener Vicki Weiss's question, Magnetic Hill in Springer, Oklahoma doesn't defy gravity. It's just a really tricky optical illusion. But that doesn't make it any less fun to visit. And we're kind of picking up speed.
Yeah, we're picking up speed.
That's it for this episode of How Curious. The show is a production of KGOU Radio. It's produced by me, Claire Donnelly. This episode was edited by Jackie Fortier. David Gray composed our theme music. Make sure to subscribe to the How Curious podcast on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. And you can email your Oklahoma questions to curious@kgou.org.